All right, welcome to this coding session 3. In this session, we will use a IMDb dataset. It's a dataset of 50,000 movie reviews, and we will apply the naive Bayes classifier to these reviews. Yeah. So the goal of the classifier is to decide if the review is positive or negative. So here I opened Colab. I open a new Python 3 file and we can give it a name. We can give it IMDb naive Bayes classifier. Okay. So let's check the runtime. Runtime is none, so we can put it to TPU or GPU, whatever you like. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is to add a bit of code. Yeah, the typical libraries that I will import. It's NumPy as MP, Matplotlib as the plotting library. This we will use to plot our ROC AUC curve. And then here you can see that we're gonna import the IMDb dataset from Keras datasets. So it's preloaded into Keras. And as I explained in the whiteboard session, it has a lot of advantages. And that's why the overall coding of this naive Bayes classifier will be rather limited. Okay, and the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a variable vocabulary, and I put it equal to 7,500. What is this? Well, basically we're gonna limit the total vocabulary that we will take a look at to the 7,500 most frequently used words. All right, so on top here I put a little text in of what the IMDb dataset actually is. So the dataset that we're gonna upload contains 50,000 reviews, and we will use 25,000 for training and 25,000 for testing. Each set of these contains 50% positive and 50% negative reviews. Okay, so after creating the vocabulary, it would be quite logic to have the following line of code where we actually load the data, and that we make a split in train data and labels as well as in test and in labels. If you're gonna execute that cell, it will give you an error. Okay, let us go here. Let us execute that one, and now let's execute this one. So you see there's an error here. Yeah, object array cannot be loaded when allow pickle equals false. I have no clue what it all means. Apparently it's a well-known bug in Keras, and basically in order to fix the bug, they advise you to put this block of coding. I'm not going to explain this block of code because I don't really want to. So the most important thing is that we have this line here that I highlight. Yeah. So let's now take a look at the at one of the parameters here. So print train data, and we're gonna print the first element. First element in a list is always 0. And what you see here is a list of numbers. Yeah. Let me maybe see if I can print the type here. Print type of train data 0. Here we go. So it is a list. And the list has numbers. What do all these numbers mean? Well, these are the 7,500 vocabulary words. So the most frequent words are going to be given a number. And these are the sequences of the numbers that make up the review. Yeah, so it's basically your review, but it's transformed into numbers. Why do we transform it into numbers? Because TensorFlow cannot understand text, can only understand blocks of numbers.